best, I'm sure.
Okay, we're in our pajamas. I'll tell you right off. There, we've made the announcement.
All right, all right.
Okay,
We've done it.
Kathy is Michael's mother. She has the distinct honor of being Kathy's mother. No, not Kathy's
Michael's.
mother. Michael's mother. Michael's mother. So tell us the story of Michael.
Michael was born 3.5 months premature. He was a 22-week baby.
And he's 25 now.
And he's 25 years old now. He was 1 pound 11 ounces, 13 inches long. It was an emergency surgery. Michael was in distress, so they operated, and at first they couldn't even find a heartbeat, but they did. And he wasn't expected to live, obviously, but they never really told us how serious his condition was. When he was born, he was intubated. At 2 days old, the doctor came in the room and said, we need to operate on him. It was called patent ductus. The valve between the heart and lung wouldn't close. And they said if it didn't close, he wouldn't survive. They treated it with medication twice, and then if you try again, it'll shut down your kidneys. So they couldn't do it again. So they cut him basically in half from the center of the chest. His chest was about 3 inches to 3.5 inches wide. Cut the center of his chest around to the back, operated. The doctor walked in the room, in the hospital room, and said to me, we need to operate immediately. If we don't, he's going to die. And the nurse came in. I was absolutely scared to death. I thought if I signed the papers and he died, it would be all my fault. And I had been talking on the phone to my husband, Paul, and he immediately came to the hospital. He ended up signing the papers. They had to heat the operating room up to 95 degrees to keep his body temperature because he wouldn't survive if he lost a bunch of his heat, obviously. But he did great. He came home at 3.5 months old. He had had another surgery while he was in there for a hernia, which developed because they were feeding him so early. But they fed him with it was like a drop, or put a tube down his nose and gave him, it was 10 cc's of food, which is like a teaspoon every 8 hours. But he was always a fighter. Michael's had over 60 surgeries in his life. But done very well. He has cerebral palsy, but he also has something called autonomic dysfunction, which his body doesn't perfectly control his temperature. But he's doing great. He's happy. He's living in an assisted living home. He moved out just before he was 21, and he does beautifully there. He has 4 roommates. I threaten to bring him home all the time, and he doesn't want to come home because he has so much fun there. But he's a great kid. He has a speech delay, but he loves his life, and he's a great kid. And you'd love him if you met him.
He's a ham bone.
Yes.
He's a ham bone. And he's
is.
an internet star. That's his new thing.
He's pretty thrilled, by the way.
Jim has taught him how to say hubba hubba.
Hubba hubba, yeah. Yeah, he's got a steady girlfriend, but he has a bunch of women after him.
Yes.
His girlfriend's name is Caitlin, and she's a pretty little brunette. She's about 4'2" in height and weighs about 60 pounds. Pretty, just absolutely loves him. She has no speech. She uses a speech device, though. Michael has one as well, and he controls it with eye control, so pretty cool. He belongs to a couple advocacy groups. He's been to the state of Minnesota to talk about his disability. He does a lot of stuff, just very, very interesting. But he's a lover of life.
He's a joy to be around. He
Yeah.
really is.
He loves Sandra, by the way. He's the
Oh,
only.
you're not allowed to call me that.
I'm not. I'm in big trouble now.
No, she's
But
in trouble.
Everybody calls her Sandy except Michael and her husband Jim.
And my father, but my father's passed.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to be called Sandra.
No.
But Michael can call me Sandra.
Yeah.
But he's a cutie pie. I always look forward to seeing him. He calls me every once in a while on the phone.
Yeah.
We make our famous spaghetti sauce.
Oh, he loves that. Yeah.
And this time we made the strawberry pie.
And that was delicious, by the way.
Yeah. So, but that's the story of Michael.
What do you wanted to say in your blog?
There we go. Here we are. We're gonna make we're gonna have our world famous mustacholi. We have it left over. We're gonna have that for dinner. What else are we gonna have, Michael?
What are we making, Michael?
What are you and Lynn gonna make? A trivet?
Trifle.
Trifle. A trifle. Is that on my diet?
The Cool Whip is.
Probably.
Ooh, we can make a special one
We
on
can
the,
make it.
yes.
What did we say when we saw, what did you say, not me? What did you say when you saw the women in Wonder Woman? Hubba hubba, hubba hubba. All right, I gotta go get my shoes on or they're gonna leave without me.